Hey, Kevin, nice armrest.
I have spent a little while sitting here going, now what the heck am I going to do? Yeah, I had a request the other day. They watched my top 5 favorite tools, and they wanted to know, well, what about your bending tools, shaping tools? You got lots of tools here. What are your 5 favorites? Well, you remember this one. This is my slip roll. What does a slip roll do? Well, slip rolls can make bends. They can also make twists, where I can run it in this way, back it out, flip it over, run it in the other way, and now I can get a spiral going. You know, you can make rings out of it, you can make hoops with it, you can even take like quarter by quarter steel stock. And if you go in the ring rollers over here, just by adjusting this roller up more, now I can go ahead and close that in, and I can make a circle out of square stock. Great tool, a lot of fun to work with, can do just some amazing things. This is another one that I never really thought I would use it that much. You know, I got it for one job that I needed. It was really great for that job, and I thought, well, okay, I'll push it in the corner. Oh, no, I'm over here all the time. This is a hand brake, at least according to the label right there. I call it a finger brake. And these are fingers. And the cool thing with the fingers is they're removable. You can take those out. Why is that important? Because if you're bending up, we want to make like a box, and you want to do multiple bends on it. So you could just put a piece of metal in there and just clamp it down like that. And you wind up with a nice straight, square, smooth, beautiful, beautiful job. So if you wanted to like make a box out of this, you want to bend up these 3 sides, these other 3 sides, well, of course you can put it in this way, you can bend it no problem. But when you come here and you want to bend that side up, now you've got these in the way. That's where the fingers, the removable fingers come in. If you cut the metal here, cut this chunk out right here, now you can come in here, clamp it down, bend it up, and you get another nice, crisp, clean bend, but now you have a nice corner there also. Beats the heck out of like trying to beat it over the edge of the workbench, try to bend it around that way. Much, much cleaner, much more precise. I love this tool. Another tool that sees quite a bit of use here is this stock bender. Got it at the Horrible Freight place. Fairly cheap. Got the little stand to bolt it right to the floor. What does it do? You've got this roller right here that is going to set the circumference of your bend. You've got these other 2 rollers here and here that are actually going to hold the metal on one side and bend the metal on the other. And once you figure out where you want your bend to be, you would normally like mark it in the middle of your bend and just slip it right inside. Your bend is going to be in the middle of that roller. And just pull the handle. Clean, tight, real nice crisp little lines. All the different rollers give you a different radius on your bends. There's even an attachment that goes inside there that will give you 90-degree bends. And of course you can do square stock, you can do round stock. It's not very good with pipe. These are the wrong kind of dies for pipe. But solid stock, I've even bent like railroad spikes. That's 5/8 of an inch square, solid. This is an air-powered shaper. You put compressor air to it, so 120 psi or so, and this little power head will rattle up and down. Your metal just sits right inside there. You step on that foot pedal and just go to town. So let me just show you how loud this thing is. And you can just start, you can start to see that little bend coming in there. And because it's a rubber die, both top and bottom, well, it won't leave any hammer marks in like this piece of aluminum. And it's a little slower. Now, if I want to take the rubber dies out and put the steel dies in there, it is so much faster. It is so much louder. You can do things like this with it, where this just took just a few seconds. It's quick. You really got to hang on to it because of the way it rattles around. But man, you can do a lot of work really, really quick with it. So now where the air shaper is fast, is loud, it's quick, this is the exact opposite. This is an English wheel, and it is one of the quietest machines in the shop. And your metal just goes in between these two rollers. You move that lever down to lock it in place, raises this bottom roller up, and you see this bottom roller has a little bit of a curve to it. Once you've got your metal pinched inside there, you just literally sit here and by hand, very slow, very easy, and just walk that metal back and forth through that roller. There's a kick wheel on the bottom, and that will tighten up this bottom roller, give you more pinch on the metal, make it move a little bit quicker. And you can see that bend starting there, as well as the bend starting here. So I could take a round disc, and I could literally come over here and wheel out a bowl. It would take a couple of days. The air shaper, it would do the same job in about 15 minutes. You know, the air shaper is quick. This is a little bit slower. It's quieter. I can even use the wheel to take the hammer marks out that the air shaper puts in. Great combination. And this is probably one of the most misunderstood tools I think I have ever run across. When I got my first Anvil that's outside, I thought, okay, yeah, if I'm working with like the forge, okay, that's fine. Why do I need one in here? Oh my God, I use this thing so much, you can't believe it. That's why it's right here behind the bench. I can be welding, I can turn around and do some shaping over here on the same piece. How do you use it? A nice flat surface on the top that you can use for like that big bulge that was in there that I put in with the air shaper, smash that all back down flat, can sit here and work that a little bit more, get it all down smooth. Heck, you can go right back over to the English wheel, run it through the wheel, get rid of all the marks. What else can you do with it? Rough shaping, you know, getting your bend in kind of where you want it. Now we can come over to the horn and you can refine that shape. The little hardy holes in the top of the anvil. There's a big one here, a smaller one here, and then a square one up here. Well, what the heck are those for? Solid steel rod, and now I can come up with one of my small detail hammers and work on it up here. And the square hole, well, I made up this little adapter that just fits right down inside there. And I've got just a cold chisel. So if I've got something red hot in the forge and I want to chop it off and set it up top, give it a whack. If you don't have one, go get one. You will find so many uses for the darn things. So these are my top 5 bending, shaping tools. I use them all the time. And yeah, I know there was an extra one thrown in there for you, just a bonus. And why don't you pop out to my website and look at all the exciting sculptures that I make with these machines. All the bends and twists and curves. It's really amazing stuff to look at. And how did that poem go? Something about under the spreading chestnut tree. No trees.